If you want to say something like, I just told you, you can use the word molis in Greek. Molis. So you would say, molis, I told you.
Molis σου είπα.
Molis σου είπα. Good. So we have leo, I tell, I say, po in the closed form, and then είπα in the past. Molis σου είπα. I just told you. What was I asked?
Ρωτάω.
Ρωτάω. He or she asks.
Ρωτάει.
Ρωτάει. Or just ρωτά. You ask informally.
Ρωτάς.
Ρωτάς. And the formal or the plural, you guys ask.
Ρωτάτε.
Ρωτάτε. Ζητάω was I ask for. So how is he asks for? She asks for.
Ζητάει.
Ζητάει. Or ζητά. You, plural, ask for.
Ζητάτε.
Ζητάτε. And you, informal, normal you that we use.
Ζητάς.
Ζητάς. And we also have these optional A's popping up for the we and the they forms. So how do you say we ask for?
Ζητάμε.
Ζητάμε. Or ζητούμε. And they ask for?
Ζητάνε.
Ζητάνε, ζητάν, ζητούνε, ζητούν. So the closed version of ζητάω is
Ζητήσω.
ζητήσω. I asked from ζητήσω.
Ζήτησα.
Ζήτησα. I just asked for it.
Μόλις το ζήτησα.
Μόλις το ζήτησα. I just asked you for it.
Μόλις σου το ζήτησα.
Μόλις σου το ζήτησα. They just asked me for it.
Μόλις με το ζητήσανε.
So we couldn't have me and to together.
Μόλις μου το ζητήσανε.
Very good. Μόλις μου το ζητήσανε. They just asked me for it. Μόλις μου το ζητήσανε. Ξυπνάω was I wake up. How would you say when do you wake up? Talking to a friend or talking to somebody informally.
Πότε ξυπνάς.
Πότε ξυπνάς? So we have ao knowing ξυπνάω, which means that we have us for you. And what if you're talking plurally? When do you guys wake up?
Πότε ξυπνάτε.
Πότε ξυπνάτε? When did you guys wake up?
Πότε ξυπνήσατε.
Πότε ξυπνήσατε? Did you guys just wake up?
Μόλις ξυπνήσατε.
Μόλις ξυπνήσατε? Did you just wake up informally?
Μόλις ξύπνησας.
So this is kind of an automatic thing going between ate and us, maybe, no? What do we have for you informal in the past?
Es.
Es, no? Es, good.
Μόλις ξύπνησες.
Μόλις ξύπνησες, good. So in the past we have a, no, for most people. But for he, she, it, we have and for you informal we have s in the past, no? Μόλις ξύπνησες, for you singular, but then you guys, μόλις ξυπνήσατε. Μόλις can also mean as soon as when you use it in the present. So for example, you could say something like, you should call me as soon as you wake up. So we can just start that with na, you should call me. So you should take me phone. How would that be?
Να με πάρεις τηλέφωνο.
Good. No, we have perno and then the closed form paro. Να με πάρεις τηλέφωνο as soon as you wake up. So we will say molis, and after molis, we need to make a decision about using the closed or the open form of the verb.
Μόλις ξυπνήσεις.
Very good. Να με πάρεις τηλέφωνο μόλις ξυπνήσεις. So after molis, we will use the closed form, no? As soon as we are referring to a closed event. You should call me as soon as you arrive.
Να με πάρεις τηλέφωνο μόλις φτάσεις.
Very good. Να με πάρεις τηλέφωνο μόλις φτάσεις. I want to see it as soon as it arrives. I want to see it as soon as it arrives.
Θέλω να το δω μόλις φτάσει.
Very good. Θέλω να το δω μόλις φτάσει. So we're seeing how we have some verbs that are a little odd in that they have the accent on the end, no? And nearly all of them going to their closed form in the same way, which is useful for us, no? Some other verbs with their accent on the end are symphono, which means I agree, symphono,
Symphono.
which is something like together voice, no? I together voice, I with voice. Sim or sin means like with, and phono like in telefono, voice or sound. How would you say, do you guys agree?
Well, it's either it or at.
So ate goes with verbs that have ao, like in agapao, milao,
Okay. Symphonite.
symfonite. Don't you guys agree?
Then symphonite.
Then symfonite. Didn't you guys agree? So now we need the closed version. Let's do that first. Symphono becomes
Symphoniso.
good. Didn't you guys agree?
Then symphonisate.
Then symphonisate. Won't you guys agree? So we won't go from symphonisate, we go back to symphono, symphoniso, no? And think about what ending we need. Won't you guys agree? Will you not agree?
Then tha symphonisate.
Very good. Then the symphonisete. Good. So rather than ite, no, which we have in symphonite, when we're out of our standard form, when we use our closed version, we go back to ete. Then the symphonisete. We can also have diaphono, which means I disagree. So dia can mean like through or away from, and then phono again sound. So diaphono, I disagree. Do you guys disagree?
Diaphonisete. Diaphonite.
Diaphonite, good. Diaphonite. So these verbs that take ite don't have any other strange forms, no? Symphono, symphony, symphonume, symphonun, symphonune, symphonis, no? But those taking ate have other A's popping up all over the place, no? We've seen milas, milate, milai, or mila, and then milume, milame, milune, milane. Akuo means I hear, akuo,
Aku.
or I listen. Of course, related to acoustic. This is where we get acoustic from in English, no? Akuo, I hear, and acoustic in English. So akuo also counts as a verb with its accent on the ending, even though we have uo there, and the accent on the u. So akuo is like one of our verbs with the accent on the end, but is a little bit strange. How would you say he hears, she hears?
Akui.
Akui. We hear.
Akume.
Akume. They hear.
Akune.
Akun, akune. You hear.
Akues. Akuges.
Akus. It would be akuis. No, we have is ending in the present, but that gets swallowed up like in I eat, you eat, tros, akus. So also for the plural, we have this, just the te on the end. So how would that be? You guys hear.
Akute.
Akute. Do you guys hear?
Akute.
Don't you guys hear me?
Then me akute.
Them makute, or with the contraction of me and akute, you would hear them makute, them makute. So in the same way, the closed version of akuo is akuso. It loses the I of the is that we tend to put milau, miliso. No, we go akuo, akuso.
Akuso.
Did you hear? Speaking informally, did you hear?
Akuses.
Akuses. Did you guys hear?
Akusate.
Akusate. How would you say informally? You don't want to hear. You don't want to listen.
Then thelis na akusis.
Then thelis na akusis. You guys don't want to hear. You don't want to listen.
Then thelete na akusete.
Then thelete na akusete. So with these verbs, we have a very standard way of going into our closed version. No, symphono, I agree. Symphoniso, akuo, akuso. Xipnao, I wake up. Xipniso, rotao, I ask. Rotiso. And there are a couple of slightly different ones as well. Boro becomes boreso rather than boriso. No, we have boreso.
Boreso.
Kalo, also to call, to invite, becomes kaleso.
Kaleso.
But only a few, no? Otherwise we have iso. How would you say I want to invite you?
Thelo nase kaleso.
Θέλω να σε καλέσω. I want to be able to.
Θέλω να μπορέσω.
Θέλω να μπορέσω. Good. But otherwise, it's pretty trusty to get our close version with is. For example, we could have ενώ, I mean, εννοήσω. Φιλώ, I kiss. Probably from the same root as philos, no, friend, related to love. Φιλώ, I kiss. Φιλήσω, in its closed form. Θεωρώ, I consider, like theory, no, θεωρώ, θεωρήσω. Οδηγώ, we could have I drive. You will hear odos, meaning street. In Greek, we saw dromos for road, and we also have odos for street. And then οδηγώ, I drive, which becomes οδηγήσω. Εξηγώ means to explain, literally meaning something like to lead out. Εξηγώ. How would you say I can't explain it?
Δεν μπορώ να το εξηγήσω.
Very good. Δεν μπορώ να το εξηγήσω. We have the r softened there by the I of iso. Δεν μπορώ να το εξηγήσω. Very good.